Supercomputers are making chess boring. Could a simple rule change breathe life into a centuries-old game? Hey there, it's Jeff, and this is Plain English for Monday, July 21st, 2025. Plain English is where you get to upgrade your English skills with stories about current events and trending topics. Every episode is about something new, so you get exposure to lots of new words and new ideas in your new language. Today's episode is about chess. I played chess as a kid, but it's been a long time since I've sat down at a chessboard. Anyway, computers have analyzed every conceivable opening sequence in chess, and the top players memorize them. The players who are best at memorizing opening sequences have the advantage. But one small tweak to the rules could remove this whole advantage. And that's what we'll talk about on today's episode, which is number 792. So that means the full episode and all our accompanying resources are at plainenglish.com/792. That's where you can try out the exercises, the fast version of this audio, do the listening challenge, and more. plainenglish.com/792. Before we start today's story, I'd just like to remind you that the podcast is just one part of how we can help you upgrade your English skills. At plainenglish.com, you can make faster progress with active learning strategies. You can take quizzes, do activities, listen to the fast version of the audio, watch video workshops, practice what you learn, and even join a live call with JR and me. It's all about helping you build your skills to become a better, more confident English speaker. Sound good? Go to plainenglish.com to start your free 14-day trial today. Now, let's jump into today's story. The game of chess can be exciting if you're the one playing. You have to develop a strategy, think a few steps ahead, and always anticipate your opponent's moves. But watching chess? That's a different story. Matches move slowly. Players take a long time in between moves. Even die-hard fans admit it's not exactly edge-of-your-seat entertainment. Chess tournaments attract only the most dedicated fans, and there's not much money in broadcasting them. But things might be changing. A new world tour of chess events is trying to make the game more dynamic. It's called the Freestyle Chess Grand Slam Tour, and it's led by Magnus Carlsen, a 34-year-old Norwegian who is widely considered to be the best player in the world. Carlsen is a 5-time world champion, but he's grown frustrated with the way top-level chess is played. In his view, the game has gone stale. How can a game that has survived 1,500 years suddenly go stale? Carlsen points to two culprits: preparation and computers. Because of the way the board is arranged, there are only 20 possible starting moves in chess, and there are a handful of openings that are proven to be most successful. So players generally opt for one of these. They're well studied and well documented thanks to advanced computer analysis. The best responses to each strategy are also well documented. So when one player makes a move, the other player knows the ideal counter move. Chalk that up to rote memorization. So the result is that a large part of every chess match feels mechanical, like both players are just going through the motions. With so much memorization, there's less room for creativity. Is there a fix? Not for traditional chess. You can't uninvent the opening sequences, but you can change the rules. A style of chess called Freestyle aims to reduce the advantage of following established opening strategies. In Freestyle chess, the back row is scrambled. In a classical game, rooks are placed on outside squares. Next in, from each side, come knights, then bishops, and then the queen and king. But in a freestyle board, the rooks, knights, bishops, king, and queen may be placed anywhere along the back row. The pawns still guard them, 8 across, in the second row. There are 960 possible board configurations in freestyle chess, and the players don't know the arrangement of the pieces until about 15 minutes before the match begins. They can use that time to practice with advisors and discuss an opening gambit, but they can't consult a computer program. This means that all those memorized opening sequences go out the window. Right from the beginning, players have to use their own skill and intuition, not their memories. But freestyle chess has been seen as a quirk, not part of the mainstream. To bring it to the world stage, Carlsen has partnered with a German entrepreneur to launch a new global tournament series, the Freestyle Chess Grand Slam Tour. It's a worldwide tour of 5 chess tournaments, 2 in Germany, 1 in France, 1 in the US, and 1 in South Africa. Each tournament has a total prize pot of $750,000, with the winner taking $200,000 of that. The tournaments are broadcast on YouTube, and the streams are designed to make the game as viewer-friendly as possible. Viewers can choose from 2 different streams. One caters to the chess aficionados, while the other is for more casual viewers. There are pre-game shows with studio hosts and expert interviews. The streams have some modern twists to make things more exciting. Players wear heart rate monitors, so viewers know the moments the players feel most stressed. In the middle of the games, players duck into a confession booth where they share their thoughts with the audience without tipping off their opponents. Computer chess programs analyze every move and predict who will win in real time. Grandmasters add their own commentary. If this broadcast style sounds familiar, it's because it follows a similar playbook as poker, also a very solitary game that has met with some success on television. Carlsen also hopes this new format will broaden access to the game. Right now, it's expensive to train to become an elite chess player because success depends on memorizing opening lines and hiring top-level coaches. But freestyle eliminates the advantage of memorization, so players with more raw talent have a better chance to succeed. The first tour began earlier this year, 2025. There are 5 dates. Magnus Carlsen has won 2 of the first 3 events. There is one going on now in July, and the final leg will be in Cape Town in December. The first year has not been without setbacks. The new tour got into a petty spat with the World Chess Federation over who has the right to crown a world champion. The two sides traded legal threats, but have since arrived at an uneasy truce. One tour stop scheduled for Delhi had to be moved to Germany due to a lack of investor interest. The New York tournament was moved to Las Vegas, and the tournament schedule was revised to fit the whole thing in less time. But it's only the first year. If the new freestyle tournaments catch on, then it might prove that the best way to outsmart a supercomputer is to scramble the board. By the way, if you're looking for a good book recommendation, chess-related, Intermezzo by Sally Rooney, one of JR's favorite writers, one of mine too, but one of the main characters in the book is an elite chess player. Great book too, Intermezzo by Sally Rooney, an Irish writer. And that is all for us here at Plain English this Monday, July 21st, 2025. This was episode number 792, so you can find the full transcript, in-app translations, and more at plainenglish.com/792, or check the link in the show notes. We'll be back on Thursday with a new episode. See you then. Listen up if you speak Spanish, Portuguese, Chinese, German, French, Italian, Japanese, Polish, or Turkish. One of the most frustrating things about listening and reading in a second language is being confused by unfamiliar words or phrases. When you listen to Plain English, or when you read the transcript, you probably encounter some words you don't know. When that happens, you have a few options. You can stop the audio, go look up the definition, then return to the episode, find your place, and press play again, but that's exhausting. Or you can just skip it and be confused. That's no fun either. But what if you could see the translation of the word into your language instantly without having to stop the audio, without having to look anything up? Well, you can at plainenglish.com. For each episode, we translate about 100 words and phrases from English to 9 languages: Spanish, Portuguese, Chinese, German, French, Italian, Japanese, Polish, and Turkish. And we highlight those words in blue. All you have to do is hover your mouse over the highlighted word, and you'll see the translation instantly. It works great on mobile too. It really makes listening a lot more satisfying, and it's a great way to expand your vocabulary in English. The best way to see these translations is to sign up for a free 14-day trial at plainenglish.com. During your trial, you can read as many transcripts as you like, all with the translations into your language. So sign up for your free trial today at plainenglish.com.